What's up, guys? Welcome back to another educational series here where we're talking about the top cryptocurrencies and my personal thoughts on them, as well as my personal price predictions for them here in 2023. Again, everything in this is my own opinion, the opinion of my company, and is not intended to be financial advice in any kind of way, whether it's written or in emojis. So please do your own due diligence. This is just purely educational and for you guys to learn and hopefully have your own takeaways so that you can, make your own better investments and trades in crypto in the future. With that said, we are talking about Ethereum today. Now, the Shapella upgrade is coming out pretty soon. It's a big deal. They're fully migrating Ethereum from proof of work to a proof of stake type of network. So April 14th, I believe, is the date. It has been confirmed multiple times. And I do think it'll be a huge catalyst for not just Ethereum, but the entire crypto space. So we need to talk about it. We need to dive into the details. So let's do so. All right. Quick overview on Ethereum for those out there that don't know what Ethereum is. I think everyone does at this point, but if there's anyone watching that doesn't, just know that Ethereum is an open source, decentralized blockchain-based platform. All right. It was created by Vitalik Buterin. Everyone should know who he is. Back in 2015, and I believe the story was he was playing a video game and he lost his favorite character and he decided to create his own network, and that was Ethereum. Kind of a funny story. Very interesting guy too. Very geeky and quirky. Anyways, Ethereum is designed to facilitate the development of decentralized applications called dApps and smart contracts, which are self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement being between the buyer and seller directly written into lines of code, pretty much like every other major blockchain out there. Now, Ethereum is more focused on facilitating the development of decentralized applications. They dominate the dApp ecosystem, and this is done through Ethereum's use of a programming language called Solidity, which allows developers to create custom smart contracts and dApps on the Ethereum network. Ethereum has become an important platform for the development of dApps and the creation of new digital assets, and its ability to support smart contracts and custom tokens has led to the creation of a vibrant ecosystem of developers and entrepreneurs working to build new applications and services on top of this amazing platform. That's Ethereum. Now let's get into Shanghai a little bit to kind of kick this off. So during the all-core developers execution layer number 157 call this past Thursday, a week ago, the Ethereum developers, the main ones that work on this, announced that they have scheduled the long-awaited Shanghai hard fork for April 12th. Now, the Shanghai upgrade, which is also known as Shapella, will signify the completion of Ethereum's transition to a proof-of-stake network and allow for staked ETH withdrawals. For those that don't know what proof of stake is, proof of work, for a little bit of context, is consensus through machine solving mathematical problems to win the rights to place a block on the blockchain. A proof of stake method uses instead of solving mathematical problems and competing, it's more like competing versus other bag holders. So if you have more ETH than other people in a given period of time, you automatically allow your wallets to place blocks on the blockchain. That's essentially kind of how proof of stake works. It's just different in terms of how they go about showing that consensus and creating a competitive ecosystem for it. Anyways, after those developers voted on the dates and confirmed it on GitHub, slot number 6209536 for anyone that is geeky enough to find it, will be set for the Shanghai upgrade, which is expected to take place on around the 12th. However, there will be a slight delay from the developer's initial target for this month. So we'll see if it happens actually on the 12th, but so far it's been confirmed multiple times that will happen. A little bit of history of the Ethereum merge. So back in September, as you all remember, Ethereum made the first transition to a proof of stake consensus mechanism in a process called the merge, which replaced miners with validators, and these validators were required to stake 32 ETH to approve or add blocks to the blockchain. Now, this is where it starts to get interesting. So prior to joining the POS blockchain, validators were informed that their staked ETH and any rewards would be locked until the completion of the Shanghai upgrade. Some validators have had their funds locked since the launch of Ethereum's POS beacon chain in December of 2020. It's a long time. 3 years in the making, almost 3 years. However, after April 12th, these validators will have the option to decide what they want to do with their stake. So a big concern is that come April 12th, people that have had their ETH staked, that 32 as a validator, will have it released and they might want to sell it potentially. But at the same time, there's also the growing trend to hold on to it, and the fact that we're moving into a bull market, why would they want to sell their ETH so soon? But I mean, since 2020, it has gone up quite a bit. Some people are going to take those profits and they're going to sell. So there might be a short-term effect, but overall, it's not a large amount of ETH unless there's like some giant pools or whales that decide to dump as well. So I expect a lot of volatility up to and around April 12th. But overall, I expect this to be a very positive period of time for Ethereum. This is a very positive upgrade and something that's been long awaited, that's been worked on for a very long time. So even if you see some selling, don't panic. That's just an initial reaction to this event and the potential for these validators to also sell. Everyone hedging against every possible outcome with Ethereum. Anyways, there's also some centralization concerns with Ethereum that have been talked about in the past. So again, the past Thursday, the DRPC, Decentralized RPC Remote Procedure Call Network, launched with the goal of mitigating some of the centralization risks associated with the Ethereum network. These RPCs are communication protocols that allow decentralized applications to transfer information, such as transaction details, to and from blockchains. So Ethereum's infrastructure layer is currently the only remaining centralized processing component, which is a concern that has not been adequately addressed. The security of dApps that depend on Ethereum's network is jeopardized if RPCs are attacked or compromised for any reason. DRPC aims to address some of these issues by utilizing a decentralized network of RPC service providers located globally, which divides the load among them. This has been a bit of a concern for a while, but it's good that they identify these things early and that they work on solutions. So I don't really expect any kind of issues occurring with these RPCs since they're tackling this very, very early on. And we've been talking about this forever. Usually where these things occur is where there is no conversation, there is no solution being implemented, and then disaster occurs. We saw that with Hedera, with one of their wallets. We've seen it on Solana's blockchain. It's a recurring theme. So thankfully, Ethereum is a very big protocol network and has a massive community that looks out for this kind of stuff. Ethereum news. So the Ethereum supply has hit an all-time low on exchanges as people have been withdrawing to self-custody wallets like ledgers and Trezors and getting away from centralized exchanges for all the obvious reasons, the contagion of 2022 and into 2023 that has scared a lot of people. They don't want to lose their money like FTX or Celsius or Voyager. 90% of Ethereum, 90% is in self-custody. That's wild. That should tell you a lot about the strength of that buy wall for Ethereum. Like, it's going to be hard for sellers to really push the price down if 90% is in self-custody. That means they are going long on Ethereum. I'm going long on Ethereum. Good sign. DYDX reveals launch date to migrate to Cosmos. Bad sign. There's, again, with these merges, happening for Ethereum and this shift from proof of work to proof of stake, it creates a lot of controversy. No one knows if this could be disastrous potentially, and I get that. So you have apps, dApps, exchanges, protocols, things like DYDX that are going to hedge themselves again, and they're going to migrate to other platforms. Cosmos is a very good one, just in case something happens. I don't think, who knows? Another piece of good news, Polygon ZK EVM beta launch is out. This is fantastic for scaling applications on Ethereum while implementing some of the best tech through ZK proofs. So I'm excited to see that continue to grow. The CFTC calls Ethereum a commodity. This is good too. So the SEC believes only Bitcoin is a commodity and everything else is security, including Ethereum. So it's nice to see a major agency like the CFTC come out and say that Ethereum, in their opinion, is also a commodity. It's going to help when we get to Capitol Hill with a bill and we fight back and forth on what Ethereum should be. I personally believe Ethereum is closer to a commodity than it is to a security, but I do believe everything in this space needs its own asset class. I don't think we should lump it in with traditional types of financial products and instruments. That's just not crypto. Crypto needs to have its own asset class, digital assets. Ethereum NFT sales have slowed down on OpenSea. I think with all NFTs sales, they have slowed down quite globally across exchanges. But yeah, Ethereum NFTs are very expensive with gas fees. So I do expect that to hopefully improve with the launch of Shapella. Joseph Lubin, former co-founder for Ethereum, says that Ethereum is more like oil and less like a security. Again, more people claiming that Ethereum is a bit more like a commodity, and I could see the oil comparison given the fact that ETH powers this network and protocol. Oil can kind of do the same thing. It could be a commodity in comparison to oil. Anyways, let's get to what you guys are here for. Again, these are my opinions. This is what I think is potentially going to happen with the price of Ethereum. Here in 2023, we are sitting around that 1,700 to 1,800 mark, give or take which day it is. And we've had a good start to the year. I do think we are still awaiting our pop to about $2,000. I think that's going to happen relatively soon. We have resistance just above $2,000, historical resistance. It's very, very strong in this range. And I think once we get above 2,000, we're going to hit a wall at 2,500, and that might be where Ethereum sits for a while, is between 2,000 and 2,500 here in 2023. Could go a lot higher, especially if we're going to recoup previous all-time highs before going to new all-time highs in 2024 and 2025. But I do think sometime soon we need to approach this 25 resistance zone. So 2,500 is my conservative prediction for 2023. Into next year, I think the big target will be 3,600, which is a bit more up here. This is something that could be taken out this year in 2023, but it depends so much on whether or not Shapella goes well. So again, this is incredibly conservative, but I do think 3,600 can be broken early in 2024, assuming, again, everything goes well. And then my big prediction, and I truly believe this, that in 2025, Ethereum will be $10,000. We do have to go up and break all-time highs. It's going to be very tricky. We don't have the volume. It doesn't exist right now. Even for us to get to 3,600, like that volume doesn't exist. Like look at the volume, even the sell volume, like what we were getting when we were originally at these levels between 2,500 and 3,600. They were much, much higher. So we need that volume to pick up, and it's going to be difficult with everything moving into self-custody to get that volume. So new money in dollars or in stable coins or other crypto will have to pour into Ethereum. So huge bets being made here on Shapella. But I do think in 2025, there's a strong chance we get to $10,000 if everything goes according to plan. Anyways, that is my prediction. Those are my thoughts on where I think Ethereum is going to go. Please comment your thoughts as well as including other cryptocurrencies you might want me to cover in the near future. And please subscribe and support our growing channel and check out the podcast. We have new episodes coming out every single week. Tune in here on YouTube to get the latest scoop. See you guys.